This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Find out how a program called CRIZ is helping business in the borough of Tamaqua next. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Ken Cara, and before I could start my weekend, I have to get today's local information to you, and it's my pleasure to do so. This weekend, my wife and I are heading to Tamaqua for some delicious grilled cheese sandwiches from the Wheel restaurant. I didn't know that a program called CRIZ helped get the restaurant into Tamaqua. Here's our Lisa Sugar with more information.
The borough of Tamaqua is involved in a very unique program. As a matter of fact, it is the only borough in Pennsylvania that is involved in this program. It's called CRIZ, and that stands for City Revitalization and Improvement Zone. Now, I'm pleased to be joined by Dan Evans, who is the chairman of CRIZ. Dan, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us what exactly, for all of our viewers, what CRIZ is and means for Tamaqua?
In 2014, we were selected as the only borough, as you said, to participate in a pilot program by the state. There are some other programs in Lancaster, Allentown, and Bethlehem that are similar to ours. And what we did is we identified 128 acres, which is called the CRIZ zone. It's basically the east, west, north, south corridors through Tamaqua, Route 209, 309. Once a year, our CRIZ partners do a filing. And in the fall of the year, actually a couple days ago, which I can share with you today as some news, Tamaqua was given $513,000 for their 2019 allocation to help fund various CRIZ projects in the borough.
Tell us, from past years now that you've been in this, what are some of the projects that you have been able to complete thanks to CRIZ?
The first year or so, we helped with the acquisition and subsequent stabilization of the former Shides department store, which is a Tamaqua landmark at 24 West Broad Street. It's 24,000 square feet commercial mixed-use type building. I believe it's 4 stories tall. I am currently looking for a project for that property, so if any of your viewers are interested in learning more about it, we can talk about where we can direct them later. Second project we did was with community development in Pottsville. They acquired and renovated the former St. Jerome's Elementary Center at 255 West Broad Street. Did a really great job on it, expanded their child development program here in Tamaqua by about 20 seats, and we're happy to have them. That's been open since 2018. The Wheel recently opened here in 2019. Many of your viewers might know the Wheel in Pottsville. Well, Pottsville is not the only town that has a Wheel. Tamaqua has a Wheel. We helped them acquire, renovate the former Wenzel's Bakery property and lot at 125 East Broad Street. So if you're in town, please stop and see Tamaqua's Wheel. And the last thing I'm going to talk a little bit about is an expansion, which is our largest project to date regarding Boyer's Market. It involves an expansion of the market itself, and in addition to the building, which is going to house the liquor store in Tamaqua as well as a beer distributor.
So now you have this project up and running, things seem to be going along, and then all of a sudden a pandemic comes along. So what has that done to interfere with your progress thus far?
It's extended some of the lead times for some of the projects that we had in the pipeline. The projects that we spoke about, they were pretty well along in the process, and you know, the developers and owners were going to follow through with those. So things have slowed down a little bit. The inquiries have slowed down a little bit, but the program is a 30-year program, and we have a pretty vibrant business community here. As you can see by the $513,000 we received for 2019, you know, the economy, people support the local businesses here and understand that the support of the local businesses help us fund growth in the community. So things have slowed down, but the numbers still seem to be pretty positive, and our amount of money is growing in an upward direction.
So that $513,000, then explain where that comes from.
It's based on our CRIS partners filing with the state. Anybody that's in that 128 acres files some financials with Harrisburg. Harrisburg certifies them and then sends that money back to us. We can then use it to help fund an acquisition, a renovation, or both.
Now, for someone in our viewing audience who is watching this, maybe they're interested in starting a business in Tamaqua. What do they do?
I would first refer them to the TamaquaBorough.com website. On that website, you'll see a little bit more about the CRIS. You'll also find Anne-Marie Calabrese, who's my Director of Community Development. She's a full-time employee of the borough and pretty much tasked with managing the CRIS program. Another one of our partners is the Tamaqua Area Community Partnership, and you can find some other information about the CRIS and various activities that they do.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Robert Stevens Face and Body, the place to go for all your skincare and boutique needs. Stop by or call 570-788-7546. Also go to their Facebook page for weekly updates.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Let's take a look at our weekend forecast from the National Weather Service tonight. Mostly cloudy with a low of 53 degrees. Saturday, a 30% chance of showers before 2 p.m. Partly sunny with a high of 64. Saturday night, partly cloudy. We get down to 39 degrees. Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 52. Sunday night, 30% chance of showers after 8 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a low of 43. Monday, there's a 30% chance of showers. Mostly cloudy with a high of 60 degrees. Monday night, 50% chance of showers. Mostly cloudy with a low of 51 degrees. And then on Tuesday, a 40% chance of showers. Mostly cloudy with a high of 61 degrees. There's a lot of moving parts in our Week 7 high school football schedule. First, Hazleton area's game with Wyoming Valley West has been postponed due to COVID-19 cases in the Wyoming Valley West School District. Nord Schuylkill canceled their game last week against Pottsville and their game this week with Tamaqua over COVID-19. The Blue Raiders then scheduled Pittston area for this Friday, but Pittston had some COVID-19 issues, so now Tamaqua will play Penn Argyl at home this evening at 7:15. Marion Catholic is at Minersville, Monoy area visits Blue Mountain, and Shenandoah Valley hosts Panther Valley on Saturday at 1 p.m. The Standard Speaker will have you covered with game recaps this weekend, and of course we'll have the high school football Coal Scale rankings next week on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Our in-depth feature stories are coming up. In sports, we feature Tamaqua girls soccer coach Clem McCarroll as he closes in on his 200th career victory. And in our community feature, Janine Lassant gets the details on a horror movie that was filmed in our area. And up next, we have the latest Breast Cancer Awareness Month segment from the Lehigh Valley Health Network.
The Hazleton Art League is looking for artists to showcase their creative work for the Harvest Dream Invitational. Artists must submit their artwork by November 1st. The exhibit will run from November 6th through November 27th. The Butler Township Community Garden is seeking 2021 Market Gardener applications. To learn more about this opportunity, you can contact the president, Joe Robbins, at the number or email that is listed on your screen. The Miller Keystone Blood Center has an emergency need for O-positive and O-negative blood donors. If you would like to donate, you can call 1-800-BE-DONOR, or you can go to giveapint.org.
The social news is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. For information, call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.